Hi there, Tracy here for Not Too Shabby Shop. Today I'm going to be using the Fresh as Cotton paper pad and the Cottage Comforts ephemera, and also some cutouts from the Fresh as Cotton paper pad. And what I've done here is I have used the actual pattern or template for the February sheet load of cards, and so I'm going to be making 6 cards. I'll make a couple on camera and then I'll do the rest off camera. And so hers called for a piece of vellum. I cut out some pieces of lace, and then I've done some sentiments from my stash. And I'll go ahead and put the first couple of cards together. And while we talk about the video, so this is obviously the Paper Pad Club of the Month papers and ephemera for the month of February. And I'll have that link down below how you can join the paper pad and save money if you join the monthly. And then also you can add on the ephemera if you like to. You do get 2 pads of paper. And this month I have the paper pads of the month and I have the stamp and die of the month. And we'll do the stamp and die at a later video. So I'll go ahead and add this next layer, which again is another matte layer. And I've just used some sort of cream colored cardstock from my stash. And I'm just going to use liquid glue to glue this down. I love that paper with all the books on it. And I love the soft kind of whites, off-whites, and browns and greens in this particular paper pad. So then we've got this beautiful sort of knitted background, which just reminds me of a cozy, cozy blanket that you'd have on your chair or throw. And we'll go ahead and get that glued down. And then just make sure it's good and stuck and as straight as I can possibly get it. I'm going to use a piece of double-sided tape to stick down my piece of lace. And again, in the sheet load, it's actually a piece of vellum, but I just wanted lace on this card. I just felt like lace was the name of the game here. So I'm just adding a strip of double-sided tape here just to kind of hold my lace down. And I'll pull back the backer, and then I'll just stick down my lace. Just, get it as even as possible on there. Lace does everything for a card. And you'll see here that I do not put these on card bases. And the reason for that is storage. When I do a sheet load or when I do Kendra's card challenge, I almost never put them on card bases until I'm ready to use them. That way I've got more space for storage. So I'm using a little bit of foam tape just on the top and bottom of my oval. And this is roughly a 2.5 by 2 inch oval. A lot of it you won't even see. It'll be covered with the ephemera, but that's okay. And I'll just go ahead and pull the backer off. And I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue. And what I've done basically is left a space for my lace so that it can kind of straddle that piece of lace. Just like so. It's not super high foam tape, but it's just enough to get that straddled across there and straight as I possibly can. Now I'm going to add this little lady. She's one of the cut-aparts that's in the paper pad, and then I'm going to add the roses, which is also one of the cut-aparts. I'm going to trim her skirt a little bit. It's just a little too long for my balance purposes. There we go, much better. And I'll go ahead and glue her down. Okay, get that one glued down. And then the little roses. Scooch that over just a tiny bit if it will. And I'm just going to glue these straight down. Glue that straight down. Sorry about that. Got interrupted. Okay, and then I will select a sentiment, and I think I'm just going to do the thinking of you. And I'll also glue that straight down since everything else is kind of popped up. I don't need to pop up anymore. Later on, I might add embellishment before I ship the cards off. And that's typically also what I'll do when I'm doing bulk cards like this, is I'll save the embellishments for when I'm ready to ship after I put it on a card base. So we'll set this one aside. There's this one finished. Isn't that cute? And then I'll do a second one on camera, and then I'll show you the rest off camera. So we'll grab some more of these, and I've just picked random papers out of the paper pad. In the exact same way, I'll glue this layer onto a matte layer, which will glue straight down to the card when I'm ready. And just make sure I get it on there as straight as I possibly can. I love this. Just love, love, love this paper pad. All right, then I've got this pattern paper layer and the matte layer. So this is the reverse side of that sort of embroidered, or not embroidered, this knitted background pattern. Just these tiny kind of monochromatic flowers. And that'll get glued straight down as well. Want to be able to send these cards. In as much as I love to add a lot of stuff and dimension, in some cases, especially when bulk making, I try and keep them as simple as possible. Okay, so we've got that one down, and now we just need to move on to the lace and our oval and our stuff that we put on here. And super easy. It's a matter of just getting everything cut out for yourself, and especially I didn't use, the sheet load usually calls for using a 12 by 12 sheets of pattern paper, but I used my 6 by 6 and I cut them all differently, so I'll have 6 completely different cards. So again with the foam tape, just top and bottom. Get those backers peeled off, and this is a low, about a 2 millimeter profile foam tape. And I've used the same color paper for all the matte layers and for the oval. We'll get that laid down. And then we'll go to work on our ephemera pieces here. So I think I'm going to put this girl, and I'm going to put the flowers back behind her. She looks happy with her cup of coffee there. So this is some ephemera from the ephemera pack, and I have trimmed down the white border some, just kind of the way I am. I've left a little bit of white, but not a ton. And I'll put her directly on top, no popping up here. Super easy to do, and just beautiful, beautiful cards. Just make sure she's good and stuck down. And then I'll select one of the sentiments and decide where to put it. Looking for my tweezers as usual. And I think I'm going to go with Hello Friend right about there. And I have stamped out all of the sentiments in the Portobello color of ink from the newest VersaFine Claire sets. So there's Hello Friend. And then that's what I'm going to show you. Now I'll show you all 6 cards completed. So there's card number 1 with the little kitty. And card number 2 with the books. Here's card number 3 with little chicken and the lettuce and cabbage. And card number 4 with little braided girl. Card number 5, which you saw me do first. And card number 6. I hope you like this video, and I hope you like my cards. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.